everyone, we are back with Glen Velvet Reviews. And my Tunze Osmolator pump started acting up last night. It was making this vibrating noise, but it wasn't pumping any water. So it's only about, 2-3 months old maybe, the pump, if that. So I mean, I should get a longer time out of it, but I do use the, in my ATO, I use Kalkwasser. I don't know if you use Kalkwasser or some kind of calcium supplement, and you put it inside your right there, your reservoir, like I do, your ATI reservoir. I put it in there. That's where my Kalkwasser goes, in that 5-gallon jug right there. And then my Tunze Osmolator motor fits right in there, and then pumps water right into my fish tank, and it goes right into there. So that's kind of what's up. And I was making this weird noise last night, so I think it got clogged up. Maybe it got clogged up. I got to clean it. It's no big deal. So I went to my local ShopRite. I picked up some distilled white vinegar. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to pour some of that. I'm going to pour a cupful of that inside my jug over here. And I have the tubing in there as well. I already put the tubing from the Osmolator. I put it in there because there's all white buildup inside the tubing. So I might as well clean that out with the vinegar while I have the vinegar out. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So, and then I'm going to put the pump in there, fill it up with some vinegar, and then fill it up with the rest with water, and then turn it on, let it agitate. Now you'll notice with the Tunze Osmolator, you can't have it on for longer than 2 minutes or whatever the case may be, otherwise it shuts off and then it won't start up for a while. So I'm only going to put it on for like a minute. I'll count to a minute in my head. I'll put it on, we'll let it float around, and then just, get all that crap, all that build up off my pump, and hopefully it'll work a lot better now, and it won't hum and make this weird noise that it was making last night while I was trying to sleep. Alright, so let's get this done. Let's do this. Alright, now that I got it filled up to the height that I think is going to work, I'm going to turn it on and get this thing going. Like I said, I'm going to count to a minute in my head and get it flowing for a little bit. We got to cut that out. Alright, so the small container did not work out before. It was shooting water all over the place. That didn't really work out, as you saw. Well, I don't know if you saw, but yeah, that didn't work out. So yeah, so I put in the big container, and I put some more vinegar in, and now I put some more vinegar in that container. I'm going to fill it up with some water, and then RO water, obviously. So I fill it up with RO water and vinegar, and I'm going to turn it on in a couple of minutes. And that should run it through, and then get all that calcium buildup out of the pump. Let's turn it on in a couple of minutes, because I got the controller wet when the water shot out, so I should wait a couple minutes. So, alright, we'll wait a couple minutes, and then we'll turn it on, and we'll see what that looks like, alright? Alright, so this is how I mix it up. I put the vinegar in it. I filled it up with, I didn't put all vinegar, I did like 25% vinegar. So you're looking at 8 quarts. So I probably did 2 quarts of vinegar, maybe, and then I filled it up to 8 quarts. So I probably did like 2 quarts of vinegar. Yeah, that's about what I did. I think I did about 32 ounces, right? 4 quart, 32 ounces. So So this is what it looks like, and so I plug it in. Remember, you can only plug it in for like a minute and a half, because otherwise then the timer kicks off and then it kind of resets. I mean, times itself out. So I only count to a minute and then I let it run. If you do get water inside your controller, this right here, if you get water inside this, you have to let it dry for at least 12 hours. I learned that already. I got water in it, as you can see, as you saw before. I got water in it, and you have to wait about 12 hours for it to dry. Otherwise, it starts acting up erratic. It'll turn the pump on and off, on and off, on and off while you're trying to use it, and it won't work. So that'll be a real big pain in the butt. So you don't want to deal with that crap. So anyway, this is me just doing a little video of showing you how I put the tubing in there too, so the tubing will, you know, clean itself out with the vinegar. I'm gonna run it in the sink, really good. Water through it before I use it, obviously, to get the vinegar out, but at least it's only vinegar. And then the pump too. I put that in there. I left it in there for like I ran it for like a minute before, and then I let it sit for like, you know, maybe a couple of hours, and then I'm gonna run it again right now. And I wouldn't let it sit that long. You only need a couple of hours. I mean, it depends on your buildup. If you have a lot of buildup, then obviously 12 hours you're probably gonna need of it sitting in the vinegar, but I didn't really need that. So let's see what's up. I'm gonna plug this in and show you. I'm gonna let it, you know, agitate a little bit for a minute. See? So now it's just agitating. All right, so so I unplugged it. Now I let it run for, that was the second or third time I let it run. You know, that's how I'm gonna clean it out really well with the vinegar in there. Now I'm gonna dump everything out, and then I'm gonna rinse it out really well with water and RO water, and that's my next thing. All right. All right, so I rinsed out the tubing really well. I rinsed out the tubing really well with water from the sink, and then I filled this up with RO water, and I did this twice to you know, just soak up any of the residual vinegar that was left behind, either, you know, in the tank or in the pump or whatever the case may be. And so I'm just running it through. I run it, you know, for a couple seconds, you know, 30 seconds to a minute, and then I let it go, and then I run it for another 5 minutes later. Kind of really simple, same exact thing that I was doing before. Plug it in, let it run for a little bit, get all that vinegar out. Make sure it's diluted a lot before you hook it up to your fish tank, and that's it. And so that's about it. That's what I do to clean it. Now I'm going to put it all back together and put it back in my my reservoir tank. All right, so we're going to do that right now. Let's get that done. So screw that back onto the side. Screw that back onto the side of the tank right there. And then we're just going to hook up the pump. All you do is slide in the tube inside the pump and slide it right in. That's it. Very simple. So you take the pump like this, and you just forcefully put it in here. That's it. Goes in just like that. Very easy. Now we just drop it right in into my reservoir tank. And that's it, we're good to go. Now it's gonna work fine. I forgot to put on the cap. All right, let's plug it in, make sure it works. All right, something's wrong. Let's get back to the video and we'll figure it out. Be right back.